What makes us to fall into the people-pleasing trap? My throat is dry, I need some water. And I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm about to be really real because we're going to be talking about people pleasing. In fact, the message I'm about to deliver is, these are not my words, but it's the words of the one who has sent me, and this is Jesus. So how do we get out of the people pleasing trap? We're going to be looking at Galatians chapter 1 verse 10, and it says, am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were trying to please people, I will not be a servant of Christ. I used to do things to please people, and if I did not please them to a certain extent, then I would feel guilty, or I would not even feel guilty, but I'll make myself feel bad for not doing what was right, or just trying to please people. That's it. And so I would go out of my way just to make sure that, hey, this person or A or Z was fine with what I did. Or just like, if you haven't watched my first video where I talk about how I navigated from being into the world and trying to please the world and now getting into a relationship with Christ, please check it out. Yeah, I share a lot of what I'm about to say. I share a lot of that in there. So I would go out of my way to a point where it would lead me to compromise. I would compromise my faith in Jesus. I would compromise my relationship with people I'm actually supposed to keep relationships with, because if you show out your fake self, then those are not real relationships. You're building up just mere bricks that would be blown away by the wind. So before I go off tangent, now let's dive into those things that make us please people or make us fall into the people pleasers trap. The first and sole reason, in fact, this reason touches everything else touches every other reason, which is the fear of rejection. You fear being rejected by your peers, or you fear being rejected by the world in general, and so you decide to go out of your way, out of what you're more comfortable with, or out of what you should do in order to be able to in order to show up this image that is not you at all. And the thing is, the fear of rejection confines us from our true self, from our true abilities, which prevents God from using us for who we really are. The thing is, if we keep praying prayers every day like, Jesus, use me, I want to be your servant, but the thing is, we can't be actual servants of Christ if we aren't revealing our true selves. You know, how can God use you through the fake you? Does that make sense? How can God use you if you're not being real? How can he send you, okay, go help this person out there, if what you show is like a facade, you know? And so it's like a patient who's about to undergo major heart surgery, and then denies of any anesthesia or any sedatives, and the doctor is going to be like, wait, so how are we going to treat you? Like, there's no way we can treat you like that. How are we going to solve your problem? How are we going to cure you? How are we going to do our job? And so God cannot do his job if you're not being real. Okay, he can't. Second reason is seeking approval. Addiction approval is a real thing, because when it dwells in us, it lives in us and tries to exchange our real self for the lies we hear around, the lies that this is what perfection looks like, the lies that we have to be perfect in the first place. So how can we not fall into this people pleasing trap? How can we get out of it? And these are 4 points. 1, placing God first, not just by words, but by deeds as well. You can't say one and do the other. That's what people pleasing does. It leads us into a hole of hypocrisy. So there's this verse my mom always says, I think it's from James, where it says, do not be the kind of Christian who looks at the word, or who treats the word like they are looking at their face in the mirror and immediately forget how the image looks like. It's like, because Christ is our identity. Okay, I'm going off tangent, but Christ is our identity, and so we should reflect him in everything that we do, by action and by words. Second, stop being an approval addict. Only Jesus can satisfy our needs according to his riches and glory. And so if you're trying to meet everyone's needs, then you're trying to be like a god. Yes, you are trying to be like a god. You're trying to make yourself an idol. But no, you are not. He's taken off the burden from you for doing that. So let's move on to the side of being Christ-centered, all right? So I got this quote from Rick Warren, and which says, you do not need anyone's approval to be happy. You are as happy as you choose to be. Drop the mic. Yes. The third point is, let you be you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not about to preach the love yourself message here, and neither am I about to say do not go out of your way to serve others. Service versus pleasing is different. You're pleasing someone for it's usually about self-image, or what they think about you, or what they're going to whatever about you. But when it comes to service, you're doing it because you have been sent. You're doing it because of Jesus, the love that you have. You're doing it out of love for Jesus, and you're doing it because you live a daily life on assignment. You are a lady, you are a man on mission. Be authentic. Be authentic in your living. Be authentic in your lifestyle. Let people see you for who you are, and see you and know that yes, this person has a big God behind them, in front of them, beside them, all around them. Christ-centeredness. That's what people should see in you. We are all on mission. This is a you and this is a me thing. We're all on mission. So my advice is, people would tell you that you look awkward. Embrace it. See, we live in a broken world with broken people. We have flaws. I am naturally selfish, but I live a daily life in reconciliation to the one who has sent me. And so the fourth point is kind of like a question, not really a tip, but before you embark on doing something, ask yourself first, who am I trying to impress? Am I trying to be a servant of humans? Or am I trying to be a pleaser of humans? Or am I trying to be a servant of Christ? You know, let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. People would disagree with you, but be firm in what you believe in. Stand firm in the faith. Disregard all the hate. Remember that the world hated Jesus before it even hates you. And so please, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, also follow me on my blog and on Instagram, and remember that you are so loved. You are never too far gone.